We were chosen by Canal Plus as the sort of future-proof ad management platform for their video business, which is very exciting for us for a couple of reasons. One, it's a premium company in the sense that it's both a distributor and a programmer, which, as you know, for FreeWheel is quite important to make sure that those two ecosystems work together and continue to do that in trying to make the advertising space grow. The second reason why that's very important is, we acquired Sticky Ads before the summer, and Sticky Ads had a very significant presence in France, but the only broadcaster they didn't work with was Canal Plus. So we worked quite heavily with the Canal Plus team in making sure that they understood the value around the full stack solution now offered by FreeWheel, from managing traditional direct sold inventory as well as programmatic inventory. So now we can safely say we have a presence as FreeWheel at every single broadcaster in France, which is quite a significant milestone for us. And that on the back of a couple of the deals that we announced earlier in the year, we're making significant progress, and I think people are now starting to see the value and the benefit of the two companies coming together.
What's the state of addressable advertising in France, and where might that go?
So in France, but also generally across Europe, when I sit down with broadcasters, they always mention the holy grail of addressable TV, but with a few caveats. And the main ones is, if you are a very large broadcaster and your inventory is generally oversold, and you're selling for high GRPs, the question that I get asked systematically is, why would I piecemeal my inventory if there is no local market per se, which is the case in most countries in Europe? Well, why would I piecemeal my inventory to try and satisfy the needs of addressable TV? So that's the first exercise that most of these programmers need to undertake is, is there value today in linear TV addressability? And our point of view is, look, there is a new living room ecosystem that's being put in place. TV is not just a piece of furniture anymore. It's not just a rendezvous where people sit at 10 p.m. and watch a program. It is the combination of all these new screens and all these new consumption types.
What are some of the challenges around data, both panels and census level in Europe, and where does that develop?
So I think the main issue with panel is, it's been great at measuring, linear reach. It's been a very established currency, and that's functioned very well to grow the TV ecosystem. And now that we have a new set of data points on linear, but also across all these IP reachable devices, the industry as a whole should ask itself, does that make sense to combine both? And we think it does. We think that, no one, at least in the foreseeable future, is going to come up with a currency that solves it all. And therefore, everything that we work towards at FreeWheel and try to put together is how you create a system that gives programmers the ability to transact across these many different data sets, not just one, but a variety of data sets based on your market. There are going to be differences market by market, based on census versus panel data availability. But at the end of the day, advertisers, we heard this in the conference, they don't care how it's, how you get to the overall equation or the overall number. All they care about is that you're giving access to customers in ways that you can measure, and that their budget, as an overall budget, is going to be applicable across all these screens, not just one, not just two, and it's going to be a spreadsheet and so on and so forth. So we are strong believers that we as a tech company need to give access to our clients to systems that enable them to piecemeal it back together, if you will.